I'm Christopher Smith. I'm with Lazer Helmets. I've got a couple of new products for 2011 I'd like to talk to you about today. The first is our high-end road helmet. It's called the Helium. It's an improvement from our standard Genesis helmet that we've had out for a few years. It looks very similar to the Genesis, but it is a little bit bigger shell, which allows us to increase the size of the vents, get more airflow through the helmet. So better venting, better head cooling with the Helium helmet than we had with the Genesis. It also uses a dual density foam. The goal with the Helium is to lighten up the overall weight of the helmet. So you notice the gray foam versus the black foam on the Helium helmet. In areas where it's less critical for the protection of the rider's head, we can replace the heavier duty black foam with the gray EPS foam, and that lightens up the overall weight of the helmet. The Helium uses a rigidity brace system, which is a skeleton that the foam is molded around. So in case of an impact, the helmet shatters, that rigidity brace system helps keep the helmet together and provide additional head protection if there are lower speed additional impacts. That's a carbon fiber brace system on the Helium versus the nylon on the Genesis helmet, again to lighten up the overall weight of the helmet. The Helium uses our super lightweight strapping material, machined out adjustable buckles, and then finally our new exclusive magnetic magic buckle, which requires just getting the two buckle pieces together, and they find each other and just connect. $220 suggested retail on the Helium helmet. That's available right now. That's our high-end road helmet for 2011. Our triathlon aero helmet is the Tardiz. We introduced this in 2010. Fundamentally the same helmet for 2011, but we have made some improvements on this helmet. We use the same magic buckle that you saw on the Helium on the Tardiz helmet. This is a real advantage in transition, where the rider just needs to get the two pieces close to each other and the buckle automatically closes, so the rider doesn't have to spend any time trying to connect the buckle. They can just get it connected and get the bike up to speed. Also, we're offering a optional accessory on the Tardiz helmet for 2011, which is the visor. It's available in either transparent or tinted, and that's only going to be available for the 2011 Tardiz helmet. It is compatible with the visor, and it is available as an accessory. The big advantage with the Tardiz helmet, in addition to being aerodynamic specifically for triathlon, is the amount of venting that goes through this helmet. Big open vents in the front, 3 open vents in the rear, so there's a lot of airflow through this helmet. And then the aqua vent on the top surface of the helmet allows the rider to introduce water via their water bottle into the inside of the helmet. Molded channels in the EPS foam help distribute the water over the rider's head. So between the airflow through the helmet, the evaporative benefit of the water off the rider's head, really helps keep the rider's head cool in triathlon, especially Ironman distance triathlon and conditions like you find in Kona. That is the Tardiz aero helmet. Suggested retail on the Tardiz helmet is $180 for 2011. Okay, talk a little bit about the aerodynamics of the Tardiz helmet and why it's designed the way it is. You notice 2 different surface treatments on the Tardiz. We call that dual layer aerodynamics. The front of the helmet is a smooth gloss finish. The tail of the helmet is a matte dimpled finish. What we're trying to do is treat the air that comes into contact with this helmet differently depending upon where it is on the surface of the helmet. So as the air comes and makes contact with the front of the helmet, it's going to break around the sides or around the top surface of the helmet. So we want that smooth gloss finish to help the air slip over the top and the sides of the helmet. Typically where you run into problems with the aero helmet is at the tail, and that's where a lot of turbulence can be generated. So what we're trying to do is specifically out the 3 rear vents of the helmet, actually trap the air on the back of the helmet, and using the matte dimpled surface area to help trap a layer of air around the tail of the helmet. And what that does is the air that breaks around the tops and sides of the helmet hits that trapped layer of air and just slips off the tail of the helmet, as opposed to being caught up in that turbulent air. So that's what we're doing with dual layer aerodynamics, helping the air move across the surface of the Tardiz helmet, regardless of whether the rider has his head up or head down. Our testing has shown that with dual layer aerodynamics, the overall aerodynamics of the helmet are unchanged.